Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I have some saviland gel liners that they sent me a while back, and I finally got a chance to go ahead and open this package to review these gel liners. So I went ahead and took off the plastic, and this is how the packaging looks. Here's the back. It has some instructions on how to remove the gel liners and how to apply them, just basically everything that you need to know. So let's just go ahead and take a closer look of the gel liners. I did like the bottles of these, very simple. I do like how they have the color that you're gonna get labeled on the bottom. I'm just straightening everything up because I do like them to be like really neat and aesthetic. So I'm gonna show you guys a closer look of the gel liner bottles. So these are all 8 ml bottles, and here is the back of it. It has their information, the warning, everything like that. Here is the consistency of them. So far these are really pigmented, which I really love in gel liners. And then also I wanted to show you guys like how small the brush is, because when trying to get that like really detailed nail art, you're gonna need a really thin brush. So I really did like how thin these were when I wiped off all of the excess gel polish from these. Now here's a closer look of the colors. I will swatch them in a few seconds, but I just wanted to show them up close as well. All of these are very pigmented. They have some really like standard colors, like the main colors like the rainbow, and they also have some black, white, silver, gold, and those like accent colors. So yeah, I did like all of the colors. The nail set that I have on my nails now, this was my previous video. I tested out some of the thermal gel polish and some other little top coats and everything from Born Pretty. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the card. Okay, so now let's go ahead and swatch these colors. So I seen Casey Nails swatch her gel liners like this, and I thought it was just so brilliant compared to like drawing lines and wasting swatch sticks. You get all of them laid out right here. So that's just what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be curing all of these for 30 seconds. Well, after I'm going to be curing for 30 seconds. But yeah, these are how all of the colors are looking so far, and they are very extremely pigmented, especially the golds. I really love how the gold and silver have like that metallic look. All of these colors are just so pretty, and I'm going to cure them for 30 seconds. If you are interested in this gel liner kit from saviland, I will have everything linked down below. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the nail set. So I did go ahead and take off my previous set. I did have some glitter gel polish underneath the nail set, so I did have to file that off, and I didn't get all of it off. As you can see, it has like a little residue, but I didn't want to damage my nails, so I just got as much as I could off. And so I'm adding some cuticle oil to my natural nails. I'm going to be using this as a pop-off method. I'm going to be doing an acrylic set today, and when I use acrylic, sometimes it takes more to file. So when I use my regular peel-off base coat, they pop off a lot, and I just don't be having the time to like reapply them. It gets really frustrating. So I'm going to be using some cuticle oil instead and some top coat. It just makes the nails last a little bit longer, but still easy to be popped off. So once I rub the cuticle oil into my nails, I'm going to be topping that off with some top coat, and this is the not polished top coat. And after I get on that layer, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So here I've already picked out the nail tips that I'm going to be using. These are the 3XL coffin tips from AliExpress. As always, they will be linked down below. So before I cure these, I'm gonna go over the tips of my nail with a buffer. This is just to remove the shine, because since I did apply some top coat, sometimes the glue doesn't adhere to like that shiny surface. So I'm just gonna lightly buff over the tips. That's the only spot that I need buff away, so I'm just gonna be lightly doing that, and then I'm gonna go in with my makartt brush on glue to apply all of the nail tips. I'm going to be clipping these nails down just a little bit. I do want them to stay a little bit long, so I'm just going to be measuring them from cuticle to cuticle like I always do. I never want to cut too much because like I always say, you can't go back from that. So I cut a little bit, I measure it cuticle to cuticle, and then just cut as needed. And I just think these are the perfect nail tips. You don't have to do a lot of shaping before the application. Once you clip them down, they have that perfect coffin shape. So now I'm going to be taking my Canon nail drill from Melanie Susie, and I'm switching that out with my mandrel drill bit and a sanding band. And you can kind of see it just a little bit. It's at 8,000 RPMs, and I'm just going to go over all of my nail tips and remove the shine. I always find this step so satisfying. Like, I don't know why, I just love seeing like the matte look, like the dusty look to the nail tips. I always find this part so satisfying. I didn't want to remove too much of the shine because I didn't want the nail tips to look foggy, because I do plan on doing some glitter ombre nails and they will be clear at the tip. But once I finish removing the shine from the nails, I'm going to be blending in the tips with my natural nail. And I realized I didn't have to do too much of this because I applied the tip to like the very tip of my nail. So I guess it kind of eliminated some of that bulk. But I did what I could, and once I finished that, I'm going to be getting into the nail set. So like I mentioned before, I am going to be doing an acrylic set today, and the acrylics I'm going to be using are from makartt and notpolish. So makartt has recently launched some new glitter acrylics, and the one I'm going to be using today, I believe this is the one called High School Sweetheart. I will have it like linked down below or on the screen, but it's a very pretty glitter. I will show you the swatch later, and I do plan to do like a full video on the new makartt acrylics that I got. But this is the nude that I'm going to be using from notpolish. It's called Nude Panther, and I did purchase this myself. And so yeah, these are the two colors that I'm going to be using for today's set. I did have something in mind, but I did want to swatch them out and kind of compare them just to make sure they look somewhat decent together. So here is the swatch from the notpolish Nude Panther, and when I tell you guys, this acrylic is just so bomb. Like, it's so buttery, super smooth, and I just love notpolish acrylics. So I did post on my Instagram story a few of the swatches from the new glitter acrylics that I got from makartt. If you haven't seen that, make sure to be following my Instagram because I do post a lot on my story. And then also from notpolish, I did purchase their neutralizer. This is something new that they have on their website, and the purpose of this is to eliminate that really strong monomer smell. On the back it says to apply about 4 to 6 drops in the dappen dish and then fill up the dappen dish with the monomer. And this is my first time using this. When I used it, I could barely smell the monomer at all, but I'm gonna use it again just to make sure, because I didn't want it to be like, since I know I'm using this and like it just seemed like I'm not smelling nothing. But the notpolish monomer is already low odor and is 100% a lot less stronger than the other monomers that I've tried. I've tried the 𝚙𝚗𝚎𝚘 and the Model 1's monomer, and compared to that, this monomer is low odor. And so with the drops, I really do feel like it's working. So for the first time, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and that's just for the first time. I'm gonna use it again and give you guys an update, but so far I really do feel like it's working. And I believe this was about $20 on the notpolish website. I will have that link down below if you guys are interested. But as you can see, I've already started my design, and this nude color is so easy to blend down. I'm going to be doing an ombre, and I'm focusing this new acrylic only on the nail bed because I don't want my natural nails to show underneath. So to achieve that look, I just placed the bead like right there on my natural nail and a little bit above where the nail tip meets, and I'm just kind of patting this acrylic in place. While applying this, I realized it's almost like applying polygel because like I just pat it to spread it over the nail, and I just pat it down the nail. But you will have to do a lot more like dragging with acrylic, because if you pat this in one spot for too long, it will get stuck to your brush. So I just make sure my brush is wet, and I go in with as many beads as I like to. I do work with a dry bead around the cuticle areas so that it doesn't flood, and it just leaves that whole part messy. So I'm keeping this ombre like really high up on the nail because I want the tip of the nail to be mostly glitter and clear. And once I get around the cuticle area and I'm satisfied, I'm going to be repeating the same process on my thumb because I did want to have like 3 glitter nails, and this glitter acrylic that I use from makartt is just so pretty. Doing these ombres took me no time at all. That's just how good this acrylic is. It blended super nice. I had no problems with it at all. I barely had to cut anything out the video. I just sped it up just a little bit so it wouldn't take as long. I don't know how this video ended up being 27 minutes because like this application process didn't take me long at all. Maybe it's gonna be like the nail art that I do, but I'm not sure how this video ended up being 27 minutes, but I hope you guys watched till the end. I would really appreciate it. If you are watching and you like the video so far, make sure to give it a like, and if you are here and you aren't subscribed yet, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Also, while this part is just playing out, I'm gonna go on like a little rant, like just talking. I do feel like I've been like slacking in my videos because before I used to post almost like 3 times a week. So I'm gonna try to get back on that schedule, posting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then also I'm gonna be trying a new posting schedule. I'm not going to be posting too early in the day because it takes a lot to get these videos out on time, and then early in the morning I'm not really a morning person, so it just takes a little bit more out of me to try to get these videos up in the morning, especially now since I have to do my videos in the morning. Like, it's just too much to do all of that in a little bit of time. My first $50 monthly giveaway winner has claimed her prize. She does nails as well. I will leave her channel down below. Her name is Sheena. She does amazing work, very beginner friendly, and yeah, I'll leave her information down below so you guys can check her out. Let's see what else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, so in my other videos, it was like a few videos down, I'm not sure which one it was, but I did say that I was gonna like post, like give you guys a post where you can ask me questions and to like get to know me a little bit better, more on a personal level. I haven't forgot about that. I do still plan on doing that. I just need to make sure that you guys are more active on my Instagram because I feel like that would be a more like a reasonable place to do the questions. But I did realize also that a lot of you guys don't have an Instagram, so one day I will ask you guys to leave comments under the YouTube video so that way I could just post, like just answer the questions in my next video or the following, whichever I decide to do it. I haven't forgot about that video. I'm very excited to see what kind of questions you guys are gonna ask me, but that's even if you guys are still interested in that type of video. So yeah, let me know down below if you guys are still interested in that type of video because I really do want to do a video like that as well. Okay, back to the nail set. For these nails, I'm going to be doing my middle and my ring finger a full solid color of the nude panther. And when doing these like solid nails like this, I don't like to encapsulate, so I just like to build them up with the actual color. The same with polygel, because I just feel like it's very like unnecessary to just go in and encapsulate. I do have a problem with making my acrylic nails very thick, so the main focus for applying this acrylic, I wanted to make sure that the application was very smooth, because I also noticed when I do my acrylic application like very lumpy, it makes me want to like go back in and fill in those like dips in the nail, and it just makes the application become very bulky and very thick. It just makes me have to file more and do all of that. So even though these nails weren't the smoothest thing in the world, I did keep these very thin because I knew I was gonna go back in and file. So this is what the new application looks like over all of the nails, and I'm really satisfied with them. The ombre looks very nice, and I did want to keep those full coverage nails very thin because like I said, I don't want to make them too thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up my nude powder because I am done with it. And now I'm gonna be finishing off my design with the makartt High School Sweetheart glittery color. I did go ahead and put the top back on and give it a shake just to make sure these glitters were evenly mixed. And I'm just gonna be going in and filling in the ombre with the nails. This acrylic was very easy to work with as well. I do believe it's just because it's like glitter mixed in clear. The glitter acrylics are always very easy to work with for me compared to the ones that have pigment in them, because the pigment in them kind of give the powders a little bit of a different consistency, and yeah, it's just different when they have pigment in them. So yeah, I really did like this glitter acrylic. It was very easy to work with, and I just think they have that perfect amount of glitters to keep that clear background that I wanted, but also still be very glittery and girly. I do love the chunkier outline hearts also mixed with the finer glitters. It just give it that perfect balance. And so I'm just gonna be adding this to my ombre nails to finish off the ombre. I am slightly gonna be blending that up into the nude color just to give it that perfect ombre. Yeah, so I feel like I've been talking enough in this video, so I'm just going to be letting this last few parts play out and let you guys enjoy me applying this gorgeous glitter. Just a reminder, if you haven't liked or subscribed already, make sure to go ahead and do so. I would very much appreciate it. So after my application, here is how the nails are looking. Very cute. I kept it very thin as well because for all of the nails I did want to make sure they wasn't too bulky. So for my clear encapsulation, I'm going to be using the Mia Secret Clear, which I got from Amazon. So far, in my opinion, this is the clearest acrylic that I've ever used, which is why I keep going back to it. But I do plan on testing out the makartt clear. I do have some Beetles clear that I seen someone say it was like glass almost, so I'm very interested to try that out. And then also I do have a not polished clear, I believe I purchased also. I'm going to be testing out some clear acrylics, so stay tuned for that video. But yeah, I am going to be showing me encapsulate this one nail, and then I'm going to be doing my filing off camera, and then I'll be getting into the design. After that one encapsulation I showed on camera, I repeated that over all of the other nails except my nude nails, and then of course I shaped and filed both the nails off camera, and this is how the shape is looking. They look very nice. I love the shape of these nails, and I was too lazy to get up to wash my hands, so I'm just going to be using some alcohol to cleanse the nails. I'm making sure to get underneath as well because I do want these to be as clear as possible. And I did learn my lesson from last time. The last time when I did some encapsulated nails on those glitter ombre nails that I did, I forgot to wipe underneath the nail, and when I went to top coat the underside, I was trapping that dust in and I cured it, and it made it look very foggy. So I just make sure to cleanse the nails very good. And now I'm pulling back out the gel liners that I showed in the beginning of the video, and of course everything is trending. It's like pink hearts, like Valentine's Day stuff, so I just automatically was drawn towards the pinks in the front of the kit. So I took out the pink, and at first I was gonna do like the split heart design that I seen trending, and I'm gonna leave this in. This is not the finished look for this nail set. I did want to keep this in just to show you guys that mistakes happen and everything won't go as planned. You just have to keep it together and just improvise your design. So I started off by drawing half of the heart on my ring finger, and that part looked very much like it looked pretty decent. But when I went to do it on my middle finger, I just couldn't get it symmetrical, and it was kind of bothering me. So I ended up wiping that off, and I did try again, of course, but I just could not get that right. So I didn't end up going with that design. But I just know if I was able to pull this heart off, it would have looked so bomb with this glitter. Okay, so like the heart, it doesn't look too bad because I could have just cleaned up some of the areas, but it just wasn't hidden for me. Like it just wasn't doing nothing. So I did go ahead and wipe that off, and I just went for like a simple side French for these nails, and I'm gonna be adding some white to it and also adding a heart and outlining that in white. So I'm just wiping off all of the excess from my brush, and I just took the liner brush, and yeah, I just did like a little simple side French. Is that what you're supposed to call these, like a side French? So yeah, I'm just doing that, and then I'm going to cure that and then outline that in white, and then I'm going to be adding a little heart and then also outlining that in white. This white line that I wanted to do, I wanted this to be very thin, so I make sure to wipe off all of the excess from my brush. And to get this perfect, like very thin white line, I made sure to use a very light hand, because if I use too much pressure, it's just gonna make the line very thick. So I just make sure to use like a very light hand, and I cleaned up any areas off camera. I cured that in place, and now I'm going to be doing a heart. And once I repeat the heart and all of the design on my ring finger, I'm going to be outlining the hearts in white. I'm just going to let this part play out so you guys don't have to hear me talk anymore. But I really do hope you guys enjoy this simple nail art. My hands were very shaky for this, so this was honestly the best that I was gonna do, but they turned out really nice. Even though they wasn't like perfect, I really did like them. So now that I cured the design in place, I'm just gonna be adding a top coat over all of my nails. And this is my first time actually using the Glossed clear gel top coat from Notpolish, and this top coat is the bomb, guys. Like, it was super clear, it was super thick, but it doesn't run everywhere. Like, it doesn't like run off the nail, because usually when like the top coat is placed on the nail, it does run when I'm adding the top coat to the other nails and it take away the shape. But I didn't really have that problem. I did wipe the sides anyway because like a force of habit. But yeah, this top coat is very nice. I'm just going to put an even layer on the nails and then I'm going to cure, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. And so after rubbing in the cuticle oil, you guys, this is the finished look to these nails. I absolutely love them. So I did this design Saturday and I still have these on even with that pop-off method that I used. I haven't even like decided to take these off because I love them so much. But yeah, this is how the design look. I really had fun with those gel liners. Even though I only used one color, they were really nice. I do plan on using more of them, of course. I'm gonna give these gel liners a 10 out of 10. They were really pigmented, very nice colors. I will make sure everything is linked down below, and comment down below if I should do a video of me removing these acrylics, because I know a lot of you guys always ask me how do I remove them, even though in the video I say that I use a pop-off method. But since these are a little bit harder to get off, comment down below if you guys would like to see that type of video. I had to slow this part down because, guys, can we really appreciate that ombre, like the clearness? Like, look at that pinky, like it's just so bomb, and like I just really love that makartt acrylic. Thank you guys for watching so much, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.